Okay, there are four ways you can convert fractions to decimals. One, just look at the name. Okay, read the fraction. It'll say the name of the decimal. 3/10. If you have 3/10, 3/10 is 3/10. 3/10 the fraction, 3/10 the decimal. 27/100. 27/100 the fraction, 27/100 the decimal. 1 and 12/100 the fraction or mixed number, 1 and 12/100 the decimal. Very simple. Okay. Second way, simplify it. It might be something that's easy. 4/8 simplifies to 1/2, which we know is 5/10. 15/20 divide both by 5. They're both divisible by 5. We get 3/4, which we should know is 75/100. 9/30 divide them both by 3. And we get 3/10, which is 3/10. 5 and 4/12 divide by 4, divide by 4. For the fraction part, the 5 is still 5. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 12 divided by 4 is 3. It's 5 and 1/3. And you should remember that 5 and 1/3, or the fraction 1/3, is the 3/10 repeating as a decimal. Third one, come up with an equivalent fraction that might be easier that we can name if it has a power of 10 in the denominator. So 2/5, if I want tenths, multiply times 2, so that's 4/10, or the decimal 4/10. 25, I can multiply times 4 to make 100. So 21 times 4 is 40, 21 times 4 is 84. So it's 84/100, which is 84/100 the decimal. Multiply 20 times 5 to get 100. So 7 times 5 is 35. So 35/100 the fraction, 35/100 the decimal. 1/8, this one's a little bit trickier if you don't know it. You multiply 8 times 125 and you get 1,000. So that's 125 over 1,000, or the decimal 125 thousandths. And then 500 times 2 is 1,000. So 1 times 2, 2 1,000ths, we get 2 in the thousandths place, so 2 1,000ths. Okay, the third way, if you need to, if the other ways won't work, the third way is to simply divide the fraction. Okay, and just like when you're changing to a mixed number, you divide the numerator by the denominator. So we have 5/6. So I'm going to do that over here. It's 5 divided by 6, or 6 goes into 5. Okay, well, 6 doesn't go into 5. We cannot make a group of 6 if we only have 5, so that's 0. 0 times 6 is 0. We subtract, we get a 5. You add the decimal point after the 5 because that's what we're doing. We're creating decimals. So that's where we put the decimal point. Always goes to the right of the ones place. Bring the decimal up into our quotient, which is the answer, add a 0. Bring the 0 down. And now 6 goes into 50. Well, 6 goes into 50 8 times. 8 times 6 is 48. We subtract 48 from 50, we get 2. Add another 0. Bring down the 0 and makes it 20. 6 goes into 20 3 times. 3 times 6 is 18. So subtract from 20, we get another 2. If we add another 0 and bring it down, 6 goes into 20, it makes it 20 again. 6 goes into 20 again 3 times. Well, what do we have? We have a repeating decimal. It's going to keep doing that. So 5/6 is the decimal 8 with the 3 in the hundredths place, and the 3 is repeating. We can do the same thing for 4/9. Okay, it's 4 divided by 9. 9 goes into 4, 9 doesn't go into 4. You can't not make a group of 9 if you only have 4. So 0 times 9 is 0, subtract, we get a 4, add the decimal, move the decimal up, add a 0, bring the 0 down. 9 goes into 40 4 times. 4 times 9 is 36. We get another 4. If we add another 0, we still have 40. 9 goes into 40 4 times, and so on. So what's it doing? It's repeating. Okay, it'll keep doing that. So the answer, the decimal, or the fraction 4/9 is the 4 in the tenths place repeating. Okay, and the last one we have is 3/11. So it is 3 divided by 11. Well, 11 doesn't go into 3. So I'm going to change that and move that problem over on this side. So 11 doesn't go into 3. You cannot make a group of 11 if you only have 3. So 0 times 11 is 0. Bring down, subtract. 3 minus 0 is 3. Add the decimal point. Move the decimal point up to the quotient. Add the 0. Bring the 0 down. And now 11 goes into 30 2 times. 2 times 11 is 22. When we subtract, we get 8. Add another 0. We get 80. 11 goes into 80 8 times. 8 times 11, sorry, not 8 times. It only goes in 7 times. Seven times 11 is 77. We subtract, we get a 3. Well, we had a 3. If you add another 0, 11 goes into 32 times. So what's happening? It's repeating. But in this case, what's repeating is the 2 and the 7. So 27 hundredths, but repeating. Okay. So those are the 4 ways to convert, or 4 of the ways to convert fractions to decimals. If you can just read the name of the fraction and change it to a decimal, you can just read it. If you simplify it and make an easy fraction that you already know how to do, great. Okay, if you can write an equivalent fraction with a power of 10 in the denominator, it makes it easy. It's one of those then you can read. And if all else fails, just do the division. Okay, good job.